Moin und herzlich willkommen hier wieder bei The Hobbyist in der Kategorie Gaming mit Shadows of New York. Ja, beim letzten Mal sind wir genau hier stehen geblieben. Der Sheriff von New York, Kadir, hat uns hier abgelassen und wir sollen jetzt ins Double Spiral Büro einbrechen, beziehungsweise in die vampirischen Räumlichkeiten, um Hope ein paar unangenehme Fragen zum Tod von Callahan zu stellen. Schauen wir mal. Nothing left for me but to head in. Still I'm anxious. There are two approaches to choose from, and whichever I pick, I will have to stick with it. If I force my way in and assert my authority, bad cop style, that should make an impression. Bad bitch coming in, with the entire court behind your back, bluffing her way to victory. Sneaking in and politely asking for cooperation seems like the less disruptive move. It's the less disruptive, more me option, but it's not like being me has taken me anywhere thus far. Shit, I kinda wish I was still stuck in my routine, where I didn't need to be doing things like developing a personality. It's a bit of a coin flip, honestly, but I gotta make a choice here. How do I approach Double Spiral? It's time to be aggressive. Better stay covered. Hope ist ziemlich gut in ihrer Internetgeschichte und in dem, was sie da macht. Ist, glaube ich, auch schon, was heißt älter? Älter würde ich jetzt vielleicht nicht unbedingt sagen, aber ich glaube, die könnte schon Schwierigkeiten machen. Ob ein Auftritt dergleichen sie überhaupt, ihr überhaupt imponiert, kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Ich glaube, wir sollten das auf die sanfte Art und Weise versuchen. Auch wenn es das bisher nicht weit gebracht hat. Trade updated. Being aggressive is not me. I don't even want to think about the headaches I'd have to deal with. The less disruptive I am, the better the chance they won't get pissed off at me. And I do need Hope to be cooperative. This good cop approach should pay off eventually. Alright, let's do this. I cloak myself in the shadows and let my instinct take over. The lobby isn't well lit, so it's not hard to get behind the lone security guard. He doesn't notice something is wrong with the security cameras and hits the display a few times. Ich lese es nochmal, weil ich das falsch vorgelesen habe. He does notice something is wrong with the security cameras and hits the display a few times. But once he's done, I'm already inside an emergency staircase and making the descent. The doors to the deepest floor are locked, but it takes just a bit of brute force. And I'm inside. Hello, Double Spiral. Thought you wouldn't see me again, huh, assholes? I look around and find an emergency evacuation map. Bullseye. Looks like all the information I need is here. There it is, Room 507. Oh, war das nicht... Ach, ist das jetzt Hope? Das wäre interessant. Someone comes around. Looks like one of Hope's nerdy ghouls is here to sniff around, but I'm already in the shadows. I slink away as she starts patrolling the corridor, checking if everything is okay. Cameras, body heat sensors, electronic locks, still my managing. I remain cautious, just like Kadir would want me to, but it's surprisingly easy for me to avoid security. Progressing towards room 507 is far easier than expected. Ich da falle. I reach the Double Spiral offices, where, just like Kadir said, hordes of ghouls are slaving away for their company. Deep learning, spyware, social media manipulation, yada yada. The important thing right now is everyone is starting at their own screen, so that it's easy for me to keep sneaking. Aside from the fact she still seems to be on my trail, only sloped by the fact she's thorough in her search, I better pick up the pace. And there it is, the final corridor, time to announce myself. Das ist geil. So sieht das aus, wenn La Sombra von der Kamera gefilmt werden. Das spooky auch irgendwie, ne? I slowly walked to the end of the corridor. There it is, room 507. The door looks harder to take care of than the other ones in this place. Probably won't be able to take care of it the same way it did the others. The door to the office of the current double spiral CEO. This fucking company. I get pissed off, but I'm trying to control it. There's a camera by the door. If she knows what to look for, she can probably see I'm here on her screen. But just to make sure, I knock at the door. On the door. Hope? I'm a Camarilla detective and I will need you to answer some questions. Hope, I know you're in there. Open the door. I will not leave until you do. I'm here on the behalf of the Sheriff of New York City. Hope? I keep pounding on the door and calling her name. After a minute or so, a voice rings out on the intercom. Is this thing on? I guess it is. Alright, I got your message loud and clear. I'll meet you in the offices. I'll be right there. Looks like you made it past poor Nastya. Looks like you made it past poor Nastya. Get back to the offices and keep her company. She's probably beyond pissed off about you eluding her grasp. But don't make it a big deal, okay? Thank you for your cooperation. I'll be right there. Jetzt sieht tatsächlich ein bisschen mehr CEO-like aus. What's up? On the one hand, clothes you could reasonably expect to find in any CEO's wardrobe. On the other, a body covered in tattoos, flashy jewelry, dyed hair, and wild makeup. The thought that she might be yet another CEO playing the nonconformist crosses my mind. But she strikes me as someone who's more than happy to live in her own little bubble. Still, I won't be fooled. She is the boss of Double Spiral. So, how did you find me? Sheriff Al-Qadir al-Asma'i did. You'd have to ask him. I take out a new cigarette without thinking. You could smoke in here, lady. Just let her. Don't treat me like I'm your enemy. I come in peace. A deep, relaxing drag. So why didn't you realize I was here? Right at the start, there was a momentarily laser malfunction. Lasted a second or two. Hasn't tripped an alarm, but I guess something was off. That's it. Hunches have gotten me every job I ever had. Hunches saved my life any time I got into a messy situation. These days, the reality is too complicated to rely on anything else. Can't find a better head of security than our Nastya, and her hunches are the main reason why. They are like a sixth sense. Don't I know you from somewhere? I'm curious about that sixth sense. Is that a good thing? Nah, it's that spy-like thing that borders on second sight. James Bond spotting a hidden knife in someone's shoe. Jack Bauer suddenly realizes you hate America. That kind of thing. Where did you train that second sight? Nastya shrugs. Just like making good music, lady. 50% hard work, 50% psychedelics. Oh, I'll take your word for it. Lovely chat, girls, but I'd love it if you saved it for later. I'm CEO now, I have a lot of duties I must pretend to handle. I just need to ask you a few questions. Sure, yeah. Call me if you need me. I got a weird hunch about this one too. Don't worry, I'll disappear as quietly as I arrived. Yeah, I'd prefer to be sure that you left, lady, so that I can report it to my boss. We'll talk security later. Don't worry, the shit happens. For now, take 5. Nastya leaves, and I'm left alone with Hope in the corner of the office. It feels funny to stand here in front of you. Oh, and why is that? You people had me fired from my job before I was in Brace. I see. You're that Sawinski girl from Lodestar. Yeah. Somehow I never put two and two together, so you're the La Sombra rep for the city now, huh? As she's talking to me, she keeps tapping at her phone with terrifying speed. I don't feel like I have her full focus, and it's getting on my nerves. Just so you know, I have no idea why you've taken care of Montgomery's place, and I doubt you'll tell me. But the bitch deserves to burn in hell. Hell yeah, she does. Wait, did you just admit? Hold your horses. No, Jesus, this is why normal CEOs pay for PR people to talk for them. I only agreed that she is a horrible person in every way that counts, nothing more. Does she know that's what you think of her? Why did she let you take her position in the first place? What? I would just cut through the bullshit, okay, Miss Lodestar? Guess this is about Jesse and Kara covering the creepy ass. His creepy ass. You spent months on this case and you'd like some closure. Pretty much. Well, here's your closure. Double Spiral has severed practically all ties with them. They don't work here, they get no company money, they probably won't ever show up here again. The company is not their circus anymore, and the workers are not their monkeys. I'm in charge now, so yeah, if there's anything you'd like from me, I'm all ears. It wasn't just Jesse and his sister. This company has ingrained structures of abuse and immoral. I've ordered internal investigations and audits. Everyone related to those illicit activities was disciplined. Legal actions, firings, and rebukes, all depending on the severity of their misdemeanors. I don't have a stomach for all of the creepy corporate shit, so I'm trying to steer the ship in the right direction. Don't know what else I can tell you. For fuck's sake. No matter how I look at it, it seems like she's done everything I hoped to achieve. The Montgomery clan is over. The queen bitch, a symbol of everything that's wrong with tech CEOs, is gone. Jesse, that perverted, embezzling son of a bitch, is gone. I should be glad, so... Why is there a sinking pit in my stomach? So that's capitalism, huh? Is it? I think it's something worse. When I look at the online world, I don't see capital ruling us. I only see incomprehensible vectors, unknown entities constantly opening and closing various markets of information. This is something worse than what familiar 20th century terminology taught us. I don't know what it is, but it's terrifying, and I will continue until we give it a name. But you look like you need emotional support, not my depressing philosophizing. Well, shit sucks, and I'm sorry. The biggest case in my professional life, solved by some weirdo who fucked Kara and Jesse over in presumably underhanded ways. It doesn't get more anticlimactic than this, fucking hell. I want to ask her how she did it, but why should she tell me? All I can guess is that she's an outcast who decided to get her hands dirty and obtain power to do something she considered good. Something I've always been afraid to do. Anyway, I feel for you, but I have a lot of work to do, so if this wasn't just a trip down memory lane and you have any other questions, speak now or forever hold your peace, okay? I feel like a car just ran me over, but I need to keep my shit together. Right. A few days ago, the Anarch Baron was found dead in his office. Are you familiar with the case? Douglas Callahan, of course I'm familiar. Every kindred online is talking about it. And what are they saying? They're accusing everyone. I mean, it's the internet. Are they accusing you? Why would they do that? I found a peculiar note in Callahan's remains. It had your name on it. Huh? What can you say about this? Nothing. I never met the guy. I've never seen him. He wasn't my crowd. Then why would he have a note with your name in his pocket? Why were Walt Disney's last words Kurt Russell? No clue. Last written words. I watch her closely, but nothing suggests she's hiding anything. Well, the note actually contained 3 other names and nothing else. Agathon, D'Angelo, Tamika. Ringing any bells now? Her finger, which hasn't stopped moving across the phone's touchscreen since I first saw her, freezes. Yeah, it kinda does actually. It's a short list of promising unaffiliated kindred that was making the rounds in New York City a few months ago, in case anyone needed a hero for hire. I didn't know Kellyanne had it. I know Sophie Langley did, as well as the few Primogen. Not sure about the Anarchs. Who could have prepared this list? One of the local information brokers. Na, wer kann das nur sein? A short but telling pause. Anonymous. How anonymous? Sort of anonymous. She's obviously conflicted about whether she should tell me, or maybe she's pretending so that I warm it out of her. I've been a good sport ever since I walked through her door. Maybe appealing to her sense of morality will work. I really need your help. I want to prevent the tensions between the local anarchs and the court from escalating, and every lead helps. She briefly considers her options, then gives up. It's my sire, Carter van der Weyden. Okay. Oh. He's brokering information? Everyone knows becoming the Prince of New York is his ultimate goal, and that he wants to make friends in all the high places. Sharing useful intel is a pretty effective way to achieve that. So you're telling me that he, a Malkavian Primogen, sold this list to an Anarch Baron? Sure looks like it. Why would he suggest his own child to somebody? To have a person on the inside? Just another way to further his information web. Wouldn't they realize he drew her close? The story going around is, he left me alone and I hate his guts. Well, at least half of that is true. She's talkative, probably sees me as a way to undermine Carter. Let's see how much further I can push her. I was wondering how someone like you could control a company like Double Spiral. I suppose a friend in high places would explain it. Yeah, lucky me. Not happy about being a girl boss? Leading one of the biggest IT companies in the country? A boss, huh? Das sieht cool aus. She stares at dozens of displays on the wall in front of her. Do you remember the Y2K era internet? Jesus, I barely remember the internet at all. My people can't really use it. But yeah, I guess I sort of remember. Forums, GeoCities, browser wars, all those handmade amateurish web pages. It was a golden age. Everyone was welcomed to freely express their creativity and obsessions in this abstract new frontier. No formulated rules. Every site was a distinct new universe to explore. You know, as a kid, for some reason I kept saving every web page that moved or changed me in some way. I don't even know why I did it, but today, a folder with these is one of my greatest treasures. Fast forward to today, I'm the boss of a company that has one overarching goal: steer the online narrative in every possible way that benefits the Camarilla. And because the online world is so fucked right now, I can do it using only 5 websites or so. Every day I deploy thousands of believable sock puppets to force some belief on the masses. Right now they are being managed by these schools. Soon they will be partially managed by AI. Basically an all-American version of the Chinese 50 Cent Party. A new pattern of public opinion guidance. Ever since I was a teen, I've pretended to be different to be different people online for fun. Achso, das ist ein bisschen doof mit dem Umbruch. Check ich mal nicht, wann. Ich lese es nochmal. Ever since I was a teen, I've pretended to be different people online for fun. Aping the posting patterns of others was something I turned out to be horrifyingly good at. I became even better at it after the embrace. Something about the voice of Malkav in my head. After several years, I became a one-person internet empire. I could impersonate anyone. I dream of tulips. A humble florist from Chattanooga who strives to share positive energy with her audience using photos of beautiful bouquets, motivational quotes, and the occasional The Office gif. Vulva Hufflepuff, a single mom from Brighton who reckons all these trans women must be bonkers and spends seemingly every waking moment of her life having a row with anyone who disagrees. Polygon classicist, a 19-year-old kid from Utah who keeps posting Y2K 3D renders of poorly proportioned, scantily clad ladies and telling his audience to remember what they took from you. Somehow this talent got me here, where it is no longer fun but work. Work I usually entrust to these schools, because all of my duties. I want out before my entire fucking mind gets monetized. But Carter won't have that, so I keep doing my best for both him and Double Spiral's investors. So that's why she wants me to look at him. I assume that most of your operations focus on New York City. A lot of them, yeah. How do you imitate a New Yorker voice with these sock puppet accounts? Living in Manhattan and being mentally unstable makes this shit easy. To a normal, well-adjusted person from outside the city, everyone here seems mentally unstable. Ever watched that 9/11 Howard Stern show? No? Check it out someday, it's educational. Ask anyone in New York City about it and they are like, it was a great bonding moment. He was helping us make sense of everything. He kept saying what we were all thinking. Then you listen to it, and it's everyone yelling that we need to nuke something. Maybe the entire world. Get rid of all the Muslims. Fuck human rights. No investigations. Take their oil. Cheery. You watch it, you study it, you witness that specific brand of humor in the face of tragedy, and you understand that nothing outside of New York City really exists for the people who live here, or the vampires. A foundational text, really. Whenever I need to get that New York mindset for work, I let it play in the background. Works like a charm. Seriously, give it a shot sometime. Someday I might. For now, I think I will confront Vanderweyden with what you've told me. Or is it what you haven't told me? What's the story? Me? Of course I haven't told you anything. You're such a good investigator, you figured it out by yourself. And if you ask, just tell him Kaiser sold you the info. That should do the trick. I see. Thank you. What for? I did nothing. Let Nastya show you out. And if you don't know Vanderweyden's address, just ask her. Ja, und da sind wir wieder in der U-Bahn und sind durch mit Hopes Befragung. Was soll ich da noch groß zu sagen? Sie ist sehr, sehr wenig verrückt gewesen. Also nicht so wie die letzten Male, als ich mit ihr in Konfrontation war bei Coteries auf New York. Aber was ich witzig finde, ist, dass diese Liste scheinbar, die Sophie Langley auch hatte, von den Leuten, die dann nachher zur Coterie gehört haben, tatsächlich irgendwie die Runde gemacht hat bei mehreren Leuten. Ich denke, das werden wir beim nächsten Mal rausfinden. Vielleicht, wenn wir den Sire von Hope befragen. Und ja, ich bin gespannt, wie es mit der Geschichte weitergeht. Ich hoffe, ihr auch und ihr bleibt dran und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal, wenn es wieder heißt Shadows of New York. Bis dann.